Okie dokie, here we are. Hi guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. As always, I'm just gonna double check and make sure I'm getting levels everywhere, but I do have 2 channels on the mic today, which is super duper exciting. Disco, hello, thank you so much for being here right at the start. Lovely to see you as always, and it's a Friday. So I'm not really sure who's gonna be here. I've kind of gotten used to the Monday crowd, so we'll see who the Friday crowd turns out to be. Lots of people are on YouTube already as well. Mariah, I read that as drugged, and I was very concerned. Also, hello, welcome in. MK, hello. EA, they're okay with selling games that won't work on newer PCs that work. What? Nocturnia, oh no. I am so sorry to hear that you learned that. I'm guessing it was a tragedy. I'm so sorry. Foxy Mama, hello, welcome in. Bigger lot, bigger lot. Unfortunately, you only get 1 vote. Cindy, hello. Sabrina, Sophia. It says that there's more chat, but it's not letting me actually look at it. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I literally can't scroll up. The YouTube won't let me. Isn't that fun? Also, some of you guys on TikTok and YouTube have been asking questions about like how I set up for stream and what programs I use and all that stuff. Before I started this stream, I actually recorded a whole video that'll be posted on TikTok and for our Half Gable members about all the steps I take to actually get stream started and going for you guys. So that video will be on TikTok probably sometime tomorrow, and then after stream I'll post what I do after stream as well. But the first video, it was supposed to be all in 1 part, and it's a lot more steps than I remembered, so it's a pretty long video, but that'll be good. Anyway, YouTube, you guys have a poll. We have 2 options for building today. We can build here on the 30-30 lot, or we can take the larger lot, 40-30, kick Vlad out. So far, kicking Vlad out is just winning in the polls. Just as a reminder, you guys did vote not only on the packs that we're using this year, but also on what our sort of inspiration photo was going to be, and we went with this one. Now, we're definitely going to make it quite tall and grand. I just thought this was a really pretty house to sort of take inspiration from. So I think this one is 2 stories. We might do 2.5, maybe 3, but we'll see how it goes. Just waiting to see your comment pop up. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And again, oh gosh, sorry about that. If I need to move the chat box on TikTok, please let me know. I can do that on the fly. I just had to pick a spot, so I picked there. Okay, so anyway, we're going with this. I don't know what this says. I translated it at one point, don't remember. But this is kind of the style direction we're going with. Very boxy, but with lots of white trim accents, which I'm very excited about, and some nice roof decorations, and yeah, I'm excited. I am excited. We'll probably use some fancier windows, though. He's all good? Fantastic. Okay. So people are voting. I'll give you a couple more seconds, but I'm pretty sure kicking Vlad out is going to win. That's okay. We can move him. We'll just move him, honestly. We can move him. This is a registered vampire lair, so I think we'll move him over here probably if we kick him out. Can we explain the challenge a bit? Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and end the poll, kick Vlad out, and I will explain the challenge as we go. So let's just move you. There we go. We're going to go ahead and sell our furniture. You are a wealthy man. And we're going to jump right into the mansion. So the Inherited Manor Challenge. Basically, we're going to build a big ol' house. And the challenge is your sim. You're going to have 1 sim and you have to go through room by room. So if we were to use this house, for example, you would start here in the hallway and you could not leave the hallway until all of the goals were met. Once you've finished the goals in the hallway, you'd move on to the next room, which is maybe the dining room. But while you're in the hallway and the dining room, you can't use the kitchen or the bedrooms or anything, so you'll have to figure out a different way to eat, different way to sleep. It's pretty intense. It's based on mobile games like Lily's Garden, Merge Mansion, stuff like that, where you sort of have to complete puzzles to fix up rooms. Then when you're done with the room, you unlock a key, you move on to the next like room of the mansion, right? Like those are fun games for the most part, but they're full of microtransactions, and also we all play The Sims already, so why not move that challenge into The Sims? So that's what we're doing. That's kind of a crash course explanation. I will probably continue to explain it slightly different ways every time someone asks, and eventually, hopefully, everybody will know what's going on. But of course, this is not the house that we're working with, because this is Vlad's house, so we're going to delete it. Goodbye. Playing GTA, so you'll be listening but not talking much. No worries. Enjoy that. Acculate. Oh, hey. No, we just started like 5 minutes ago. So, we are going... Whoops. I don't know what the best lighting is going to be for building on this lot. It might be kind of a dark build. Oh, and then every year the challenge gets a little bit of a twist. So this year, our twist is that we have to... It's going to be heavily paranormal, basically. Your sim will have to go through all of the different paranormal entities, right? So you'll start as a normal sim, and then you'll have to be a vampire to work on part of the house. You have to be a werewolf to work on another part. And we always, always, always make sure that we have alternative rules available for anybody who may not have all the packs. I usually call them console rules, because a big part of the challenge is burning things, and burned stuff doesn't stick from the gallery, which is super duper annoying. So we do have to do it like a save file, which works for a lot of people, but if it doesn't work for you, you'll have an alternative set of rules, and we'll add extra hard rules, like we make sure that as many people as possible can play. Who doesn't love a good plot twist, right? Well, last year we did the ghosts, and I absolutely loved doing the ghosts. I thought that was so fun, and I've actually had this idea for this specific sort of plot twist thing for a really long time. I think, honestly, since before we finished building last year's, I've wanted to do this particular twist where I force your Sims to actually go through all of the different, like, paranormal types. I don't know what to call it. I feel like paranormal type isn't a word, but it's what I mean. So I was really excited. I did still put it up for a poll just to like see if everybody else was on board, but I was really hoping that it would win because I've been wanting to implement that gameplay. So yeah, hopefully this will sort of force you to play the game in a way that you wouldn't usually play it. It is not a beginner-friendly challenge, so if you're newer to The Sims 4 and you're newer to these sort of like challenges and things, I do not recommend this challenge. I recommend maybe playing a traditional Rags to Riches, because this is a Rags to Riches style challenge where you will not have any money. So you'll probably want to start with that. You could also consider just playing some scenarios. But because I care about your happiness, I cannot, in good faith, recommend that you guys start with this challenge if you're newer to playing challenges in the game, because you'll be very, very miserable, and I don't want to put you through that. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to throw up a bit of a shape here right now. Annie, hello. Had to feed the old man. I mean, people do like food, or not people, actually. I don't know if you're talking about a human or a cat. Hamster. Could be anything. Happy Friday to you as well, Michael. You'll be using PC, but you have no occult sims. So we will definitely, yeah, like I said, we will make sure that we have rule variations available so that as many people can play as possible. However, it is also a question of just understanding that you might not be able to play it the exact way that the challenge was created. But I think I probably will just straight up do base game next year. Kinda already planning on it. This year I did put it up to a poll, but I think next year I'll probably just do base game, just so that everybody can have an option. There is one base game version, but it was one of the originals, and let's be real, I have learned a lot and gotten a lot better at building since that. So we don't need to subject you to that torture. We can do a better, newer base game version. All right, once I get this basic shape down, we can take a look at it and see if we hate it or not. Not really sure what I'm doing, just trying to get some ideas down. I don't know why there's a roof there. Okay, so this definitely isn't like fancy enough yet. I think I want the roof to be taller. Talking about your dog, he'll be turning 15? Holy cow. It sounds crazy difficult. It is. It is very, it is not beginner friendly at all, which is why I'm trying to give that warning. Also, warning, 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 big red letters warning. A huge component of this challenge is burning the house down, because you have to go through the rooms and fix them up. We want them destroyed as possible. The house will be severely burned. If you've been through a house fire, do not play this challenge, okay? It is not for you. Protect your mental health. Do not play this challenge if you've had any sort of trauma related to a house fire. It's not going to be a good time, okay? So, love having you. Leave. Come back on Monday. No fires on Monday, okay? So, just please protect yourself there. Okay. Whew. With all that being said, I'm going to grab my little inspiration photo. Oops, that was the wrong... Oh, goodness gracious me. Hold up. All I'm trying to do is get the image sort of like... There we go. So I can bring it up like this. So I have to get this house more to the one side of the screen. There we go. Okay, now everybody can see. This is what we've got so far. Bez, hello. More base game only challenges would be great. Right. So I definitely want to make a base game one, but that'll be next year because we're already doing this one, obviously. So this is what I've got so far. I've got the general shape. I don't hate it, but I think we need a little bit more pizzazz. And I really, really want the roof to be taller. So we're going to have to work with that a little bit. You'd be running randomly and I'm like, why are we running? And now we're both confused. Oh, look, Tech is here. Hello. 3 months. Oh, wow. Oh, that is a long time. All right, so I want the roof steeper. What I'm gonna have to do for that is make this wider or just like come closer to the front. I think that will be enough. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know actually how much I want a second floor here, but what I do want is to maybe make a bit of an L back here. Like have more of the build coming off in this direction. I think that could work nicely. We'll figure out the floor plan when we get there. Obviously, we start with the shell. Get rid of these walls again. I realize now I could have just left the roof pieces there and adjusted them, but I didn't. Center roof is larger, more in charge. Exactly, I think so. The middle needs to be wider to make the roof more dramatic, like this middle part here. Oh, that's what else I was going to do. I think I want this end to actually be a little bit wider. So if I go 3 and 2, and then pull this over twice. Whoops. And then match the rest of it. If I remember correctly from last year, we did a lot of tweaking on the fly with the floor plan and everything as well, because it's just really big. But we'll at least get a base shape nailed down. And plus, if it's more narrow like this, it's easier to actually get windows in every room, which I really like doing. Pitch on the middle part is crazy compared to the rest of the house on the reference photo, right? And in order to really get that like up and grand and not look too ridiculously obnoxious, that's why we need the center roof to be a little bit taller. Nope. This one, there we go. So I'll put this here and I'm just going to pitch it up until it hits that point. And we'll see how this goes. Now the upstairs is only 4 tiles wide here right now, so it might not all be the most usable space. But again, we'll fidget as we continue. Oh, did you? What's wrong with you? Why are you not behaving as intended? Oh dear. Okay, I really need this roof piece to be just as tall as the wall, and apparently that's not like a natural stopping point for the roof, which is going to be tricky. That alone might make us change some things. Getting this to line up is a mess. I'm holding Alt on my keyboard to adjust it a little bit more precisely, but still. Oh, yep. And then now we've got back here. See, it's got that like line happening. Darn. Haven't played Sims on PC since you had a CD drive. Oh, I got some Sims 3 games on disc, and they, apparently, the disc version is in some way, shape, or form a bit different to the downloaded version, because I purchased it off of, I don't know, Steam or something. So the discs aren't actually compatible, so I don't have the expansion packs that I thought I did, and I'm bummed. Okay, so now with this middle part, we are just going to pitch up. So I will use a half hipped roof piece. We'll match the pitch back here so it blends in all nice. I'll frame that up to the side. And what do you think of that? It's a lot taller than in the inspiration. The inspiration photo isn't as many floors, but I need 4 zones. We need a vampire zone, a mermaid zone, a werewolf zone, and a spellcaster zone. So you had the CDs to when you register them. They made it digital, you automatically own the digitals. See, that makes sense. I just recently got Sims 3, so I was trying to grab other things, and no. Apparently not. Like how it's coming along? Perfect. Okay, cool. So we're liking the shape so far. Obviously, we need to polish it up a little bit. Like this roof, we can do this. I just didn't yet. Okay, so I am a little bit concerned with how narrow the house is, but also the lot isn't that big. So what zones do we have so far? So we've got the first floor. Honestly, the first floor could probably be split up into, potentially be split into 2 zones. You know, but like upstairs, this is just a very narrow hallway. So unless we're building out other rooms. That was the wrong key. I wanted this key. Okay. Oh yeah, see, because every time I move the roof, it's going to not perfectly line up again. But I want it... I could fix it by making it short. That would solve some of the issues. Alright. If we're going to make it short, that actually solves a lot of problems. I just didn't want to make it short. So what that's going to let me do instead is make these these walls each be 2 tiles away from the outside instead. And then when I place the half gable, I'll just hold Alt to maintain the height, adjust the pitch, and it won't fix itself anytime I touch it, which is great news for me. I will, I think, want to go ahead and bring that wall in there, though. There we go. And for the gable on top, to get the pitch to match, I'll hold Alt, push it in 1, let go of Alt, and expand it. Should work. Pretty much. Okay, it's alright. Tower now, yeah, so we'll fix the tower for sure. There's a way to make it work on newer computers. I figured it out for medieval, but the game is broken, so you requested a refund. I hope you get the refund. They make it a mess sometimes. You made a family very called Alien. Oh, that's the other thing. Some people asked about aliens because they're technically in a cult. Yes, they are, but there's no way for your sim to actually become an alien. Which I think is kind of dumb. So, since your sim can't actually become an alien, the aliens will not officially be part of this challenge. However, a lot of people ask for like hard version rules. So for the hard version, I was thinking we could add that you like have to marry an alien or have a half alien baby or something like that. So we can still bring aliens into it, but get to work will not be used initially for this. I kind of want to add another just like another tile out here. That was too tall. And we have to add chimneys and stuff too, obviously. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Alright, so that will all be sticking out. Lovely, fabulous, fantastic. And then this will pull out a little bit more. So I can pull this out so it lines up with the roof above. And then I have to move. Actually, I don't even need all these pieces. I just need this piece now. Okay, that's what I wanted. I just wanted it to like end over there. Anyway. Sounds like the house you need. Yes. Sims 4 for almost 10 years now. Oh, wow. I'm glad you're excited. I think it will be fun. Obviously, yes, we definitely need to fix the tower, and honestly, I think I'm gonna even make it taller since we ended up switching up the wall height there. I'll put this back to medium. There we go. We are gonna have a spellcaster after all. Usable enough for creepy attic. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. What about only base game? For the like extra rules, I'll just sort of see, what did I do last year? I think it was just like the like official rules, and then there's if you need more of a challenge, here are extra rules, and if you have to get it from the gallery / you're on console / you don't have all the packs, here are the other rules. I think that's what we did last year. So if you truly only have the base game, you can definitely still play the challenge, but it will be different. And if you're okay with that, fantastic. Okay, so here's this, and then I'll grab the diagonal gable. We might have to make the tower larger for this to work. What did I do wrong? Oh, maybe not. Maybe the fact that roofs being diagonal is dumb will actually save us on this one. Let's find out. Amazing. I did not think that was going to work out because it's 3 tiles, but the diagonal roofs are just weird. Fascinating. Okay. So like there's that little shape, and here's the actual tower shape. We're getting pretty close. But that's just one more reason to actually make the base game only version next year. Alright, I don't know if I'm completely sold on the tower. I think I'd rather make it a little bit larger. Let's see. I want to make it... What do I want to do? Sure. Okay. That's what I wanted. I just wasn't expecting it to work. I don't understand diagonals in this game. But hey, this will make the roof make more sense, so... Oops. I have to hold shift. There we go. Invalid. How dare you have an invalid diagonal intersection? Shift, release, shift, diagonal. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. And I'm just gonna have to move these pieces and then move them back. Whoa. Oh, the game crashed. Good thing we didn't save it all. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Tonight we are building the 2024 Inherited Manor Challenge. If you think the stream actually started 27 minutes ago, that was a fever dream. We're just starting right from the beginning right now. This is the first attempt. The game didn't crash. We just all dreamt it. So anyway, YouTube, you had a little poll asking about if we were going to leave Vlad in his house or not, and we all decided he wasn't going to stay in his house, and we're taking over that lot. So we're just going to move him right over here. Bop, there we go. Go ahead and sell your furniture, my friend. Keep your money. And we're going to jump over to our 40/30 lot. Oh my gosh. I know how I feel about this. This is how I feel about this.
Black is the color of emptiness. I feel it in my soul because I'm an emotional mess.
So anyway, hi Angel. Hi Laura. Welcome in. Well, hey, at least we did some troubleshooting, and we're just gonna save every 2 minutes, I guess. Jonathan, hi! Good news! You didn't miss a thing because the game crashed and we didn't save it all. So... Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh gosh. I'm all flustered. What did we even start with? You know what? Let's bring up our picture. Okay, so for the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Do you want 8 tiles in the front, maybe? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that look right? Don't know. A little wall either side. And then this one, maybe we'll do 6. Oh, and then I do remember that I decided to add another wall or 2 over here. Absolutely no memory how deep it was though, so that's a mess. At least we know the basic shape, right? Yeah, hey, anybody who's building along tonight, please, 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 save your games, save them right now. And I know that I want about an L. Oh, gosh. Well, hey, maybe we should take this as an opportunity to consider floor plan. Also, hey, if you guys have the wall tool, hold control while using the wall tool to remove walls. Super duper handy. Let's say we want the kitchen back here. If we want to put the kitchen back here, I think that's a decent width for a kitchen. Yeah, kitchen. Hooray. that look good? Maybe. It didn't want to be a room, so we're just gonna trace it out. See how this goes. Okay, now it's a room. And I think I want to copy this there. Yeah. Yay, and now we're gonna save. Oh my gosh. Got rid of better build by after too many random crashes in build mode. Is that what's causing it? I haven't had any crashes, but until now. This is the first crash I've experienced. Also, the front deck isn't actually that wide here. It's more of just like a little stoop. I don't know, we'll see. Had a sticky outy part on the left wall, I think. We got this over here, so I'm gonna start with this, and we're gonna move. Odds are the shape is going to change a little bit as we go anyway, while we figure out the floor plan. But to just get like the rough shape down, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be short. Let's see. I want this one to be medium as well. Medium, medium, short, medium. I think is what we're doing. And we're gonna have all this 2 tiles in so that we can somewhat decently get the roof in place. Whoops. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. I know MC Command Center has a an autosave feature, but I don't know if it's a build mode autosave feature as well, or if it's just in live mode. So if anybody knows anything about that, looks like this is a good week to have that knowledge. I'll go through and put, oh, no, thank you. Through and put our, no, oh my gosh, I even put the grid on the right level. There you go. Okay. Go through, we'll put our roof back, and then, you all can judge. I mean, you guys have a little bit of an advantage. You can actually just scroll back in the stream and tell me if it looks right. No, it's fine. Things will change as we figure out the floor plan anyway, so I'm just going to let it go. Speaking of let it go, I have had Frozen songs stuck in my head all week. Sparrow, hello, welcome in. You know, of all the streams to be remotely late for, I guess this is a good one. Oh, okay. Apparently that roof is longer than the lot is deep. Technically. Hello, welcome in. If you have any, so your username is My Historic House. If you have any historic house insights or no Russian, let me know. This is kind of what our inspiration is. Jeremy, hello, welcome in. The roof fixed itself. Did it? Did the roof fix itself? I hope not. I need it to leave itself alone. Let me fix it. Also, I remember that this roof piece didn't quite line up, so if we could figure out a better way to get this to line up, that would be absolutely swell. Because the hipped roofs actually have a limit on how steep they can be. Oh, darn. That upsets me. Okay, we're gonna save again. Historic house is not very live. Making the rounds. You already figured out when you saw a notification, just ended up forgetting till you got on YouTube. Hey, no worries. We got a little bit farther than this, and then the whole game crashed. So right now we're just in recovery mode. I didn't need to do that. I just need this one. So now we're trying to remember what we did, and if we like what we did, and if we want to keep what we did, and then how much is going to change when we adjust the floor plan. Anyway, who knows? This I don't like. Okay, we need some creative solutions. This is why you guys are here. It's just It's just barely not working on. What are we building? So we are building the 2024 Inherited Manor Challenge, which is a big ol' mansion challenge. Honestly, I should have pulled up some of the older ones. Let me see if I can bring it up super quick. So it's a gigantic challenge, a big ol' house, and you go through room by room to fix it up. So this was last year's. Last year the twist was ghosts. This year it's all the paranormal activity people, the vampires, spellcasters, all that stuff. So if you're familiar with mobile games like Merge Mansion, Lily's Garden, stuff like that, where you go in and you sort of have to like complete puzzles to fix up a room and you move on to the next one. I wanted a challenge like that in The Sims 4, so I made one back in 2021, I think is the first one I did. Skipped a year, did 2023, now it's a yearly thing. This year is all the paranormal packs, but we will be doing a base game only one next year. Oh yeah, so here's the original one, and then the base game one from 2021, not the best. Next year's will be better. And then the 2023 version as well, and the Discord. So if you guys want to be involved in playtesting, join the Discord. It'll be great. You can read more about it on my website, which is very purple, but I'm not a web designer, so that's what we've got. This is the general inspiration picture that people voted on, so we are sort of kind of maybe running with that and hoping the game doesn't crash. Again, do I have some electrolytes next to me? I've been drinking electrolytes all day. I didn't have any caffeine until 7:45, so I've earned my caffeine. Flip it. Out of curiosity, why? Asha loved the challenge. Yay! It's fun. I think the original one, last time I checked, had like 20,000 downloads off of Sim File Share, so a lot of people have played it, which is super cool, and I hope they come back for this one. Anyway, back to my complaints. So this roof, because it's a hipped roof piece, doesn't go up any further, so we can't actually get it to match with this one. Now what you're thinking, well, why don't we just pitch this one down? Because if we pitch this one down, then it's not going to match up with this roof piece. And then it's a mess. And it's annoying me. Let's see. I think the wall height on the second floor needs to be short as well, and the entrance was thinner. No, I want this one to be medium. I want it to be tall. Tall and imposing. But this one had to be short because of the roof. I remember that much. Entrance was thinner. Well, now I'm looking at the door and stuff. Again, this will change a lot as we go on. Ooh, which reminds me, let's actually pick our packs real quick. So we are going to be using occult packs. We are not using Get to Work. Aliens are an occult, but they don't fit into the gameplay of this round because you can't actually turn into an alien. Super annoying. So we are going to be using Island Living, of course, vampires, the Realm of Magic, werewolves, I think that's all. Oh, and then I was also going to bring in the paranormal stuff pack, just because it seems to fit well. I believe those are the packs we're using. And then from there we can pick a door, which actually this door looks very similar to this door, which is a good 3 tiles wide there. Why? What's wrong with the windows? Kind of weird. Like, is it just me, or does it look like there's not actually... You know, these windows are looking weird. Should have that room on the rear of the home as well. Oh, this part here? A gable and a pointy roof matched together. Well, the pointy ones will only go up so high, though. Like, this is as steep as it'll go. So even if we make it smaller, it still won't go... Oh, wait, it will go? Wait a minute. What magic have you worked? Oh, no, there we go. Okay, to actually get it to a point, it won't go up any higher. So... let's see. What we could do, potentially, is create another room here. But I was working on the door, because if we want to use this door, that'll be 3 tiles, so we could make this one tile narrower, which would help. And I mean, that's the door that's closest to our inspiration image. This is a nice door, but it's too small. We need a nice medium one. And Art Nouveau did not win, so I'm probably not going to use that. The roof one, mirrored on the rear. Let's see. MJ, hello, welcome in. No, it's not beginner friendly, but it sounds fun. You think I'll give it a go once you catch up on buying stuff packs? It's a lot of fun. I do recommend it, but yeah, just a heads up that it's not beginner friendly. Fingers crossed they had fairies. Wouldn't that be something? Use a double-sided triangle so it comes together. Perhaps. Perhaps. But if we use this door, then we can actually shrink everything one tile, which might just solve all of our problems. It may do that. Nope. I would like for you to... Thank you. Let me get rid of that. Go back up. We grab our half-hipped. Rotate it. So no. Rotate. There we go. So the gable's facing out. This might work. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So if I make it one tile more narrow, then we can just go with that roof, and it's the same roof as is shown here. Yay, we did it. Was on Austin Fender's live earlier and gave you a shout out. Oh, thank you, Sophia. He goes live a lot. I'm kind of jealous, but also I've got stuff to do, you know? Kids and all that jazz. Okay, now I know that I was super excited to have this be so many stories. Kind of tempted to move everything down and see if maybe I do just want it to be 2 stories. Maybe this one will be a little bit smaller, which honestly wouldn't be terrible considering the other crazy rules that I'm going to have to be writing for y'all this year. I should just be able to move it and go down and put her down. I don't know. We'll see how we feel about it. Whoops. I've never actually shrunk a house like this before. That was shockingly effective. I'm really happy about that. Okay, except for you. There we go. Oh, we don't... Yeah, there's something up with this. There's... Something is wrong. Something is not working. Oh, look at that. We do have good lighting. That's what I did. Okay. That's good. No, because I can't make that medium, and I don't want to make this tall because we don't actually have any decent tall doors in any of these packs, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. The rear of the home is too flat. Have another dormer. Yeah, we'll get there, but we're working on this right now. Did I save? We're gonna save again, because I don't remember. My brain is dead. I have like 3 brain cells today, guys. Full disclosure. Okay. So we've got this. Or... Wait for it. We've got the taller version. Should we do all short walls? We could do all short walls, kind of meet in the middle there. Which would let us use some of the vampire stuff. Oh, we do have this vampire front door. I don't know about that one. I like glass. I like being able to see who's at my door, you know, especially if it's a vampire. Do we need to build on a different lot and then bring it back? I don't know. In favor of more floors? I like the more floors, I just wasn't sold on the proportions. And I wanted to use taller walls so that we could use the taller doors and windows, but honestly, most of these packs are pretty old. We don't really have that many cool doors and windows that are tall anyway, so maybe we do just go with this. I know the tower's a little bit big, but like, I think that we can make the roof look really cool this way, so you know me. 3 floors, short walls looks the best. And I think everybody's voting for that. All right. Cool. I also know a lot of people really like playing with just like 1 or 2 floors. This is not the challenge for that. All right, so hipped roof piece, copy, place, bring the eaves in, pull it up as far as it'll go. Cool beans, grab a gable, place it in the middle, pull it through, pitch that up. So we'll mostly be wanting to match the pitch of this roof piece. Pull in the eaves. Ooh, well, we'll think about it. Okay, so we're getting closer to that tower shape. We're getting there. What about the castle kit build items? That actually hadn't come out yet when I did the poll for the style for this one, or for the packs for this one. So we're sticking with what the poll was for. Rooting for addition of the castle pack. We're not going to be adding the castle pack in. I wanted to do a pack selection that sort of made sense. Like if you have these packs, you probably have some of the other packs as well. So we did the paranormal pack collection, basically. Werewolves, the paranormal stuff pack, vampires, spellcaster, magic, something. Vampires. Oh, and Island Living, because Island Living has mermaids. Which is just, whoops, weird. Like, of all the packs that we're adding to this, we're also adding Island Living. But those are the rules, and then you can make a mermaid, and it'll be great fun. Okay, now I have to decide how I want to quite finish this off. The castle pack isn't a cult, exactly. So that's why we're not adding the castle pack. Because I do want to try and let some people play this. So to some extent, the packs are limited. Island Living, Vampires, Realm of Magic, Werewolves, Paranormal. So that's all 4 occults that we're using. We're not using aliens because they really don't count. Like, you can't become an alien, you know, so we're not doing that. And then the paranormal stuff pack because it's fantastic and everybody should just have it anyway. And because it's paranormal, it's got like ghosties and stuff, and I think that could add some really fun challenges. I think the tower needs to be more narrow. We started with the tower more narrow, but then the roof was looking super weird. But now that we have the walls shorter, it's looking a little thick. I wonder, what if we just sort of like shaved it? Kind of scooched it back a little bit. So it's still kind of the same size, but kind of smaller. Whoops. Gotta move all these. Nope, not copy. There we go. If we tuck it back in, does that look any better? We can also give it a little bit more height. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is the 4th floor. So that's as tall as it can get. Wonder why you can't become an alien, right? I think that would be really cool, but we cannot become aliens, so that is generally the reason that I'm not going to add that. Oh, I wanted to extend this part a little bit as well. For roofing reasons, once again, because I make a shockingly large number of decisions based on roof shape. And you could pretend to be surprised if you want. I'm also dreading putting the floor plan together because I know that we're gonna have to change so many things. Okay, because I think that that'll make a little bit more sense, like coming out to the side like that. Okay. Oh, I can also Shift C and just give this a tiny bit of a curve, and I think that'll be nice too. And it'll let me sort of hide these eave edges because they're not playing super nice, but that's diagonal roofs for you. Okay. All you want in life is to have a house with a tower. I said that, and then we found a house that has a tower, and I swear you can smell the mold from the real estate listing photos, so we were like, maybe not. What if... Whoops. Hang on, this is gonna look bad for a second, but I need opinions. What if we brought that down? Does that look like two-stepped? Like 1, 2, 3? Maybe it does. YouTube's being mean. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's pausing the stream randomly. I had that the other day too. I don't know why it does that. Also, the YouTube little player thing just hasn't been working for me in general. House with a tower leads to a window seat surrounded by books and favorite snacks and drinks has now become your dream. That would be lovely. Alright, we are not doing this. I agree. It does kind of give off church vibes. And this is the image that we're kind of sort of working from for inspiration. We're gonna start cracking at the floor plan here in just a second, just because that's a really important part of the challenge. So we're pretty much done with that, honestly, at this point. We can raise this up to here. I will give you that. But I don't want to raise it all the way, because this is the big pointy one. And when we adjust the floor plan, that's when we'll probably decide if we want to have anything else sticking out on the sides, where we want to put fireplaces and chimneys, if we want to have anything else here, or if we're just going to put a deck back there. Lots of options. Library, snack towers, everything. Yes, I can agree to that. Okay, I'm going to do y'all's favorite thing. I'm going to put lights in. So y'all can see what I'm doing, because apparently you care. I still have the sticky note. This sticky note's been on my computer for about 1.5 years at this point. It just says, add lights, you noob, and I still forget. A coquette home. I'm not familiar with that. And I don't have a way to write it down now, but I will add it to the list if you can comment it on a video. A very long list, but... is there a roof item that looks like spires? Kind of. We'll get there later on, but yes, we do have this. Stream hiccups are coming in early. We've got these, which will probably throw some down. And we've got this gargoyle, which is fun. There are some other packs that have more roof decorations, but again, we're keeping it fairly limited today. Save. Wish you could do the same as you, but you can't go live. Oh, bummer. It is fun when you do get there. I do enjoy going live. It's delightful. And vampires. I thought that vampires also had some of the like roof ridge things, but I must be thinking of a different pack, and I don't know which one it is. Okay, so how do we want to split this up? Because we need zones. Again, we need about 4 different zones. Working on it? Fantastic. Commented and liked? Okay, thank you. Oh, and Rhapsodist, thank you so much for the rose as well. You let the mold get you, you don't care. I have enough health issues, I don't need to do that as well. Love and hate the vampire build items, right? Okay, so we're gonna walk straight into some sort of grand hall space, I think, for sure. I do kind of want to put the kitchen back here. I think that would be nice, so we'll section that off for a kitchen. And I do like making these rooms pretty big. It makes it easier to have them all more similarly priced. All right, kitchen. And then we could have informal and formal dining, potentially, all in this general area. Let's see. If we wanted to do informal dining, that could work here, which would sort of make the kitchen loop around, but we can extend it. Easy peasy. See, this is what I mean. Stuff's gonna change a lot. All the way. There we go. Kitchen, we could do an informal dining, breakfast sort of thing, and then more formal dining out here. I was almost going to say like in the original, but then I remembered this isn't a rebuild. This is just building for kicks and giggles and tragic backstories. Oh, we will need a bathroom. This might be a good spot for a bathroom. We also have to decide where we're putting the stairs. I do love a good double stair. So we might do that. That might be nice. B, hello, welcome in. Tried building the typical houses for Montreal, but got overwhelmed. Building is so fun. I love building. Obviously. Wish they'd do a vampire refresh. I wish they'd refresh everything. What building style is vampires? That is a good question. So figuring out build styles in the game is very difficult for multiple reasons. First of all, EA built everything. That's reason number one that it's difficult. Reason number two is it's not always exactly based on an actual place, especially the vampires pack, because vampires are based in like fantasy, fiction, words. Pretend that those words make sense. So figuring out an exact build style that the vampires world most likely represents has been pretty difficult. However, most people are guessing that it's somewhere in Central Europe, or possibly Western Russia is kind of the area that it's based on. I haven't done a ton of research into those build styles though. Oh, and then the other thing, yeah, some people are like, oh, it's Victorian, but I think that a lot of people see a fancy house and decide that it's a Victorian, and just because it's a fancy house doesn't mean it's a Victorian. So I think that's come into play quite a bit as well. Like, this is not a Victorian home. But you might see some of the trims and everything and be like, oh, this is Victorian. And it might be a Victorian, maybe, if it was in the United States, but it's not. It's in Russia. The best I can figure out is this is called Russian Classical, but I feel like relying on Google Translate isn't exactly the best course of action, you know what I'm saying? Vampire's world is Frankenstein? Probably. Some sort of combination. Have I saved lately? I don't know. I keep saving randomly. There, we'll save again. Okay. If we're doing kitchen, breakfast, and then formal dining, we can probably do formal dining here-ish. We're gonna have a hallway though. Oh, I hate hallways. This is awkward. I'm gonna make the kitchen smaller again and reconsider. Okay. I do want a double stairway. I am bound and determined to get double stairs. But I really don't like halls, and I'd rather skip it. In fairness, you're from Estonia. Anything fancy is Victorian. Public PSA. Well, and also, Victorian is a term that stemmed from the reign of Queen Victoria, which means any nation that was more or less under British rule or still heavily influenced by Britain, had recently gotten out from under her thumb, during the reign of Victoria would have a Victorian housing era, because styles were kind of based, like they're sort of named after who's in charge at the time, or some very large event that's happening, right? So like that's why we have so many colonials. The colonials don't look the same. They're just all colonials because they were built when America was being colonized, right? That's the common thread there. I didn't mean to hit C, I meant to hit B. So so every nation that's been touched by Britain pretty much probably has a Victorian housing era. However, those Victorian houses will not look the same nation to nation. For example, the Georgian-style colonial home in the United States and the Georgian-style home built at the same time over in Europe, very, very, very different, but they're both technically Georgians. It just depends on nation of origin. It's crazy. Anyway, the entire time you thought the Vampires pack was Transylvania? Probably. I mean, that's probably kind of maybe sort of what they were going for, but again, it's EA. Do we really know? Do we really know? So if you want to build in the Vampires world and you're looking for inspiration, I would consider Transylvanian as inspiration, but also like Gothic, both original Gothic or the Gothic revival movement. Those could be good sources of inspiration as well. I am struggling with this floor plan layout. I think I'm going to make this smaller just so that the whole... I know I just made it bigger, but now we're going to make it smaller so that just this will be the kitchen. I think that will help. That'll... Nope, not you. There we go. Square that off. Okay. There's a step in the right direction. Then we can still have a couple of rooms here. There we go. This is feeling better. We are cutting down the number of hallways. Slicing it down. I know we're not going to put the kitchen in the diagonal, but we can put the dining in the diagonal, and I think that would be cool. The Russian style is familiar in a sense. We can say it's quite that. Could you use some of the items from Vampires for Queen Anne? Probably. Queen Anne is something. A lot of stuff can... What? Oh, I forgot that I have Better Build By. A lot of stuff can be worked into Queen Anne because they are so like ornamental, you know, which is fun. That it... Why? Oh, that's why. That is a wonky room right there. That is what that is. Do we leave it wonky? Do we try to even it out? Wonky because I wanted this roof to come up. Am I gonna be a... How much am I going to undo and redo today? What a question. There's no answer. The answer is yes. Because that would make a much better dining space. It looks a little bit more even that way. It's not completely centered in the area. Where will the chairs go? We could put it there. Halfway between centered but still working. I don't know. Favorite story about the building Victorian is that when she died, people in Ireland were told to paint their houses black, and Cork City painted the houses black and made the doors as bright as they could. Nice. Okay, this is a little bit more... because the tower was so thick. And then to make the dining room there, we want it to look decent, so we have to make the tower thick again. Like, what are my options here? What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna throw a roof on this? I feel like that is not the answer. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not what's going to fix this house. Circle table. You know what? We do have the Island Living one, which looks like it's made out of tires, or we've got this one. Or this, but obviously we're not doing that. We need a big one. So this one has some symbols in the middle, which, I mean, honestly, with an occult house, I don't know what the symbols mean, but we could pretend that they're sort of connected. Or we've got this, which the top, it looks like a tire to me. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's supposed to be. And just the bottom changes. Does that even out the whole, like, this isn't centered nonsense? Or does it just look weird? It is fun to learn new things, and I hope to continue branching out in my own personal knowledge bank of houses around the world. Both are ugly. It's just... I like the laundry day one, but we're not using laundry day today. Maybe we'll do one that's chores themed one of these days. And all the packs to add stuff for your Sims to like do the bust the dust and the laundry day. Okay. So options, we could bring in the circle table. Personally, I don't like the circle table. I feel like it feels really small and I want this to feel more grand. We're not keeping this table. This is just a space saver. I like this particular layout of space. I think that we could add like a nice set of tables and stuff over there for serving food on. I think it could be lovely. However, then it messes with everything. And then do we want this here? Is that something we want? We could turn it into a when in doubt, balcony it, right? Nope, that's the wrong button. That looks worse. It's the short walls. The short walls are messing with me now. Just add a hutch. Embrace the walk. Won't notice with windows. Windows are very powerful. This is true. Don't remove the floor, please. I need that. I mean, we could also just like not put the dining room here. But I want to. I think it's fun. There, now it's an arrow. Pointing to nothing. I don't know. Cover it with trees and shrubs. Let's see. Will that work? Perfect. Okay, so now we're moving on to this. Oh, no, wait. We still need a bathroom. Dang it. Let's put a bathroom here, maybe? All right, I have to move the shrub. A bathroom off the entry feels appropriate, or this is a hallway. What do we have for arches? That is too wide. Okay. This be a big old bathroom. But it could be. Bush room. Just like they always used to have back in the day. Right? I do like having a bathroom near the entrance. So this would definitely be a full bathroom. And when I'm building these, I do tend to make the rooms a bit larger than I would normally. Normally isn't the right word. Generally, if I'm making a family style build, I won't have quite this much space in a room. But for this particular challenge, I found that it's very, very helpful to have slightly larger rooms. It just helps avoid issues. Stroke of the accurate bush room, exactly. It's a pretty big house, but it's supposed to be a big house. I know I really want to get the floor plan sorted out. I need to stop looking at the outside. It'll look so much better with siding and windows, and I just need to ignore it for now. Oh, also we could pull this out. About that. Does that work better? I know I said that I hate hallways, but maybe one hallway is okay? I don't know. What challenge are we doing? So we are building the 2024 Inherited Manor Challenge, which is a gameplay and build challenge designed or based on mobile games like Matchington Mansion and so on, where you have a little character, you complete puzzles, you complete rooms one by one. And I wanted a challenge like that in The Sims. So I made one, and then I made two more, and now we're on version number 4. Because it's fun. Not a beginner-friendly challenge, but kind of a cross between Rags to Riches and a Fixer-Upper challenge and a mansion build challenge, all in the same go. Hallway's the size of a real life full room. Yeah, so definitely bigger, but have to go. Oh, have a good night. Sleep well or enjoy whatever you're working on next. I'm generally also not building big houses, but for this particular challenge, I have found that the more space we have happening, the better. Also, I think I'm just going to go ahead, seal that off, and add an arch. I think that'll be fine. This is looking almost exactly like the entry from last year's, but that's fine. Rework this a bit. Let's see. Okay. Slightly more large, slightly larger tiny room that still kind of looks like an arrow. Heading to bed. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. And hey, if you're free next week, Friday, we'll be back here. This is going to take quite a while to get sorted out, so hope to see you again. Download a rundown building and restore it. That's pretty much, what this one is. Found you through the challenge because that's how you played the game. Oh, I missed your first half of your message. There we go. That makes more sense. Could also pull the middle back to match the L shape. I don't know which part you're talking about or if I've already moved it. Anyway, happy to have you. Welcome. Hopefully you enjoy this version of the challenge as well. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, which is blaringly obvious. Mansion builds are hard. They're tricky. Because, like, you need the rooms to be big, but also not too big. And we could just go through and build, like, room by room. But I really don't want to do that. Right now I have this set up to be a bathroom with a small hallway, and I really don't want this to also be a hallway, but then what do I turn it into, you know? Got a lot of hallways for not liking hallways. Okay, so if we do that, then what are we going to put over here? Formal and casual living room situation, maybe? Maybe we build up a chimney on this side and put a fireplace at the end. Actually, that's nice. I like the chimney there. Do you think it would be any better if we flip-flopped it and put our kitchen and dining room and everything and actually started over on this side? Or would we just have all the same problems again? Main section behind stairs to match where we wanted the kitchen. Oh, like bring this back? I'll do this and then you can let me know if that's what you're thinking. I do wonder if it'd be easier to start building out in this area. Where it's a little bit more square, you know? Oh, Annie, welcome to the Half Gable Gang. You can now use little emotes, and there are a few videos for the Half Gable members. Most of them are just for Gables, but every once in a while. Are there items we could do a ballroom with? I think so. Let's see. I mean, we can always make a ballroom, even if it's in a ballroom, you know? Because we've got the organ and all that jazz somewhere. Activities and skills. Music. Yeah, so we've got this. We don't actually have a dance floor, but who needs a dance floor? We can put one in. I am strongly considering moving kitchen and dining over here. I know we just put a chimney there, but we can put a chimney next to the kitchen. It'll be fine. And then maybe we put... Hang on, I'm going to remove some walls. Because spaces like living spaces or offices, that's a lot easier to fit into these awkward nooks and crannies and things, you know? As opposed to something that is very square in nature, like a dining room. Alright, so we could maybe put a dining room like this. I know we've got this awkward space here. You know what? Initially, we only had this sticking out one tile. That... we might go back to that. I love changing plans a million times. That's a lie. I hate changing plans. But that's why we only do one of these a year. Okay, there we go. I still like that it's sticking out in the end, and I like this. I like the stacked look over there. So that's good. MJ heading to bed. Sleep well. You make accidental mansions. Also a mood. Then you can have the dining off the kitchen in that back corner. Make formal living space off to the right of the door. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like, putting this over here. That could also work. That's also a good idea. And then put the dining and everything back over here. So many options. Make the tower portion a stage for the ballroom. True. That would be nice. Can't do too tall of a stage because it is just short walls, but it would be lovely. Can always keep the fireplace in the kitchen to act as sort of oven. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so pretty much one side of this is going to be formal entertaining, and one side is going to be kitchen dining stuff. We need at least 1.5 bathrooms on here, I think. A hearth. Oh, yeah. Hmm. If we move dining, TikTok's gonna yell at me if I don't keep talking, but I'm thinking. If we put a hallway behind the stairs, I really want to limit how many hallways we have just because it complicates things. But if we just have the one hallway behind the stairs, okay, and then we have formal dining off of either casual dining or like a butler's pantry sort of situation, and put the kitchen in the back corner, then this could be a more casual family sort of spot. Normally a lurker, but feeling the build vibes hard today. Well, hey, thank you for lurking, and also, if you have input, obviously more than welcome. we are struggling. Ooh, okay, but then like up here, are we going to keep this? Like, are we gonna do one of those? Because I don't think I like that. But I could be down to do a deck here. We could probably do that. The short walls are throwing me for a bit of a loop here. Something tells me that's not placing where I want it to be. Okay. That I would accept. Or even... See, then these things just end up absolutely massive. Oops, I put those on backwards. Hang on. You go here, and you go over here. Maybe? Alright, so if we do that, then yes. Dining. Not dining, but maybe dining. Kitchen in the back, connected here. Very nice. This will probably turn into an actual door because it smells. A bathroom and some additional space. And then over here, we could have a more formal sort of sitting library, something, something. And then move a grand ballroom into this space, which would be great. With a fireplace, you can dance right into the flames. Sounds great. Booyah. What world is this? So this is the not werewolves, sorry about that. This is the vampires world, Forgotten Hollow, and we're trying to build a mansion. I'm not very good at building mansions, but once a year we build a giant one for everybody to burn, well, me burn down, everybody else fix up. Room by room, rags to riches, fixer-upper challenge on steroids. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 kitchens, big fancy one and a small one. A lot of big houses have 2. Maybe. Or some sort of like... And oh, we don't... You know what? This is The Sims. I think we need to embrace it and add a cupcake kitchen. It's just the right thing to do. Good stargazing space? Ooh, true. 2 bathrooms, 1 half and 1 full. That's the goal. I think that would make sense. Having an additional bathroom near the ballroom area would be very, very nice. Where I'm going to put it exactly, I don't know. You know what? Maybe just like right here. Just a little 3-tiler. That could help. Heading out. Jonathan, sleep well. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. Hope to see you again soon. Full bathroom, half bathroom. I mean, it'll fit pretty well there. I like our entryway. I like what we've got going on here. We might make it a 2-level entry. We could even make it 3-level. Potentially. Depends on where we want to put the stairs. I don't know how fancy we want to get here. Excuse me, Mr. Roof, but you are clipping in, and I would really rather you didn't. So, there we go. Okay. Dining. Other room of cupcakes, because you know what? We're running with it. Good. And then we can make a dance floor looking thing just with like tiles and then do the rest of it wood. So we'll figure that out when we get there. And then this could be more of like casual dining or I don't know, just some sort of more family focused something. I don't know where to put the door to the bathroom, if I want to put it there or over here. This door only has one option. Saving. Not gonna lie, building something and destroying it is quite fun. It is fun. It is very fun. Also, because we can actually use spellcasters in this one, I can just have a spellcaster come through and destroy everything. Hey, actually, I've never really played with spellcasters. If any of you has a spellcaster that can do the fire thing and it's on the gallery, please tell me, because I'm gonna need a spellcaster that can do the fire thing. And I don't know how. Or maybe I could grab one from the world. I do not know. I do not know. We are keeping the cupcake kitchen. That is not up for debate. What about a coat closet? You know what I like never do? Coat closet. What if we had a coat closet off the entry? What if we did? What if we did? I mean, if we are in the mountains, it do be chilly. It do be chilly. I know we don't have like the best coat selection in the base game, but we can make it work. Even if it was just a little bit more narrow, you know? And then we just had a door. Coat closet door. Okay, this is a little bit on the curvier side. We're kind of going more blocky, but it's a lovely door. Oh, we've got the vampire store. Ooh, I lied. We're using this one. That's cool. All right, what do you think about a coat closet? Cupcake kitchen in real life. Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the size of my kitchen in real life. Actually, hang on. How many tiles do we have? No, this is actually bigger than my kitchen in real life. Because I think my kitchen would be 3x4 tiles. Because I've got like a couple of counters, a stove, a counter, a sink, a little bit of a counter. Then I have a hutch here, and a refrigerator and stairs. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is bigger than my kitchen. Cupcakes. Cupcakes, y'all. Alright, I'm officially losing the plot, but that is okie dokie. You know what we can do? We can still have... You know what, guys? You're still gonna get your round table in the tower. Wow, all of a sudden this tower is looking absolutely massive. Alright, we're gonna put the casual dining in the kitchen. And I think I'll leave this for... maybe a study? Secret tower or something? What floor is that with the checkers? Oh, this is base game. So if you go into flooring and go to stone and scroll down, it's right here. Checkmate marble. There's one and only swatch. Or if you want bigger checks, you can make them yourself with floors like so. Booyah. Or tone it down a little bit. That's nice too. Anyway, I'm just using this as like a bookmark to let me know what ones I'm going to be, what rooms are going to be kitchen or bathroom related. Them's words. Hi, new here. Should the dining room be the second largest room? So what we've got so far: entry, coat closet, unless someone tells me it's stupid, but I'm not gonna listen to you. Bathroom. This will be kitchen and like a breakfast nook, something. I might add a bay window, you know, just to like round it out. Maybe put this over on this side and add a bay window. That might be nice. Cupcake room, because this is a challenge of absurdities. Secret office, current contender. Dining room is over here. Over here, we're going to have a more formal living room where you can sort of receive your guests. And then your guests will pass through into this room here. Actually, you know what? This might be a good room for a bar. Bar and dancing. Yeah. I've never once in my life gone to get drinks and go dancing, but we're going to pretend I have. So we could do this. Love the coat closet. An armory plus coats. Well, we might put a knight in there. I don't know. We'll see. I like having a larger bathroom here, though, so we'll see. Okay. Office, library, some. There. Upstairs. I need to slow down on my talking or we're gonna get the hiccups again. Whoops. Sorry about that. We're gonna do this and that and the other so that we can just get rid of that. Because I am obsessed with doing 2-story entries, and then we can do cool lights. And then we can do cool lights. Like this. That'll be nice, right? Yeah, sure thing. And because we have paranormal, we have all the cool paranormal stuff like the lanterns and the amazing, beautiful, gorgeous wallpaper. So, secret spellcaster tower entrance. Well, that's the thing. Once we actually have the spaces like decided, we will have to pick how we're going to make our Sims move through the rooms, you know? So we're going to have the vampire move through so many rooms, and then you will have to switch your Sims occult. Now, I don't know if you are actually able to lock doors for specific occults or not. But that's the general idea, is you're going to be stuck to a certain area to redo. So, like, the vampire is going to be responsible for this area. And then if we wanted to, we could have the spellcaster have the vampire transition into a spellcaster next, and then take over the next portion. But a tea room would not be unheard of. Tea room in the solarium off the ballroom. What is... I've never heard of a tea room. Would Pinterest have information about a tea room? Oh, we are on caps lock. Sorry about that. I'm aggressive. Oh, like this? That's very pretty. Is this what you're thinking? Crafts room to do needlework? We don't have any crafts that we can add in, but if this is what you guys are talking about, I am down for this. Off the kitchen can use base game secret door. Because I do have this space. So this is sort of the space that we were talking about doing something with. I was going to have a kitchen table in the kitchen because this is a very large kitchen and there's no way we're doing just counters in here. Then we've got this space that we have to do something with. A room where you drink tea. Well, I mean, in my house, that's every room. I haven't heard of like a specific tea room. I wonder if Americans have coffee rooms. I don't know. Anyway, tea room to drink cocktails or coffee to do crafts, right? A formal living room. Well, we're gonna have something like that here, and we've got a lot of house still to fill up. We'll be here for a while, only because you're not a tea girly. I like tea, but I can't have coffee, so it works out. A break room for the ladies of the house. Ooh, I like that. That sounds good. That sounds very good. We will have a lot of windows in here. The kitchen's gonna be so big. You know? Like, the kitchen has to have something else happening in it. Some sort of kitchen table or something. Alright, upstairs. We do have... could have direct access to the old outdoors. Now, this door will only let werewolves through, so we could use this to our advantage to literally lock off some stuff, because I don't know if I can just lock off spaces for the occult sims. It would be fantastic if I could, but I don't know. Alright, the stairs come up. Disgusting. We can have the doors line up with the stairs, or we can have them line up with the outside, but we cannot have both. Because if we have both, that's going to require making the dining room even larger, and that's just too much dining room. I guess we do also need some way to get outside, though. Let's see. Oh, how I wish we could have diagonal stairs. But no, not allowed. I'll think about that. Pantry. Well, we kind of had a pantry, but then we put a cupcake machine in it. Delusional room for your delulu moments. A drawing room. Okay, a drawing room is a term I've heard before. Also, your name isn't showing up, just the emojis at the front, but thank you for the roses. Little M, hello, welcome in. Make it larger. Okay, so I don't want to make it larger, but I can do this. I'm really not feeling the cover anymore. The short walls are just throwing me, guys. They're throwing me. Can I pretty please have the first floor medium? It didn't completely destroy my stairs. Just kind of a little bit. So I might let myself have it, because it's gonna make so many things so much better. Okay, it's already looking better. Okay, then we're gonna take this out. We're gonna bring it back. I think this was a suggestion earlier, and I said we'll see when we get there. Don't like that, but I'm gonna try one of my other tricks. I'm gonna push this over to this side, press shift to pull in the eave, copy, place it over here, hold shift to pull in the eave, and move it over this way. Copy and place it again and pull in these eaves, and then take a gable, copy, place. Oh, that didn't place correctly. Hopefully it'll place down here. There we go. Does that solve any issues, or does it just make them worse? I don't know. I feel like it adds something. It might be okay. Krista, hello. Don't know why, but you ought to see a bus that's converted into a house. Didn't One Green Leaf just do that? I think. Jasmine, thank you so much for the game controller. I that is actually on my list of builds that I really, really want to do, especially on stream. I very much desperately want to do one of those. I haven't got there yet, but it's like on my list of things to do if I could just randomly stream on a Tuesday, you know? I very much want to. It's so much fun. Make a small patio off the dining so characters can get fresh air after stuffing their bellies. Exactly. Put a half bath in the dining room if we extended it. Oh, that's also true. Hang on. What if we do one of these? It's not super traditional. It'll look better when we get windows in, but I like having not just the roof overhanging there, you know? One Green Leaf is amazingly talented. Amazingly talented. I've managed to join a couple of her Twitch streams, and they are so fun. Oh, you know what? As long as I hit escape, let's say. Traditionally be an exit off the kitchen, also true. Also true. Have we decided we're actually going to keep the kitchen here? Because we've changed the kitchen spot like a jillion times. As an Argentinian, you find Old English names for rooms so funny. Like drawing room, you need a room the size of 6 Manhattan Lost just for drawing. Right? Mudroom makes sense. Mudroom makes sense because it's where you take your muddy boots off. Why not dormers? I assume you're talking about over here. I did pull this back. I didn't like that. And my actual goal here is to break up this area because I don't like having the eaves down over the doors like that. If we wanted to do dormers, I think that would be something like this. Which we'd still need to adjust the roof for. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so we've got the... Then I think that the 2-tile ones would just be too narrow. You know, that's just kind of funny looking. Unless we could get a third one perfectly spaced, then I might allow it. We cannot do 3 perfectly spaced. Nope. This one, please. Thank you. And then if we move that, then it doesn't line up with the door, and then we've got this little thing happening. I don't know. Oh, a drawing room is for withdrawing too? Oh, interesting. Mudrooms make sense. You have a... I'm not going to even pretend I know how to say that. A hallway between the street door and the entry door. Yeah, so depending on where you live and how much money you have, that could be a mudroom, or it could just be an entry point, or the kitchen. A door in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. Our entryway is like 3 feet by 3 feet of linoleum. So that's what we've got. I wouldn't hate this on a different build, but for this one, it's just not working for me. I don't like the narrow dormers, and I'm not a fan of the wider ones either. I think I'm gonna stick with this for now still. And also the whole point of the challenge is to build it up and redo stuff and make it pretty. So if you want to switch it up, I'm totally fine with that. Not used anymore. 1870s? Wow. Okay. Yes, we will definitely be adding a little door off the kitchen at the very least so that we can add a kitchen garden. Kitchen garden over here I think would be nice. All right, this might work now. I need a door. Okay. We have a door of a kitchen. We have pantry / cupcake room. We have a dining room that also has an exit to the outside. It's a little bit of a funky shape, but I think we can work with it. We can add some buffet something or others over there. And if it's still too flat, we can add a little space here. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. I'm not going to eyedropper because that's going to mess up my... No, here. And here. And oh, we're going to do it. We got it, guys. Booyah. Anyway. If this is too flat, we can, like, build it out like so. Even rotate the table then if we want to, but... Spaces. Oof. It's weird to Estonians because muddy boots are left outside and cleaned later in the countryside. You're a proud peasant. We had a mudroom in one of the houses we lived in. It was really nice. It was weirdly big though. I think it used to be the kitchen and then they added on to the house and moved the kitchen into the add-on because it used to be just a folk farmhouse and then it got added onto and turned into a folk Queen Anne and then it got added on to I think 2 more times after that. It was a mess. How many Sims are going to live in the house? Well, 1. You can move more Sims in if you want, but you'll start with just 1 and fix it up bit by bit because all the decorating we're going to do is going to be absolutely destroyed. Add a fireplace. Oh, good idea. We can't add a fireplace on this wall because there's not really a good spot for the chimney to go. Oh, not really a good spot for the chimney to go anywhere in the dining room. We can have a fireplace over here though. That will work well. And we'll probably add another fireplace or chimney over on this side as well. But we'll see what happens. A bay window. I'm trying to stick with some of the more angular stuff that we had going on. Everything in me wants to switch this back to a medium. I just don't know if it's going to work. Maybe we should add some windows. You know what? Let's add some windows and see how we feel about it. Where's my inspiration photo? That's right. We were looking at tea rooms. Tall and rectangular. I could work with that. I do wonder if we add some windows, if that will make the wall height make sense. Whoops. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm going to start with an overabundance of windows and then we can edit them down later. Like, that's no good right there. That needs to be fixed. For sure. Maybe the windows will help. Just turn off your computer after playing The Sims and live is the first thing that you see. Funny how the algorithms sometimes, isn't it? I mean, I won't say it's a sign that you should turn your computer back on and start playing again, but you could join us. Play along. I'll also have to go through and even out the window heights a bit. General rule with window height is it has to be the same height as any other windows that would be seen as in the same grouping. So like these windows all have to be the same height, but they don't necessarily have to be the same height as these windows because these windows and these windows are in a different group. Well, thank you. Windows are the face of the house. True. Nightmare to clean all the windows. That's okay. Windows make everything less ugly. We'll see. We'll see. One can have too many faces. This is true. Morning room? I think I've heard of morning room as well. Oh, dang it. Now we gotta pick a door again, though. And I don't like our door options. I love this one. Love it. I don't know that it's going to work for our... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we could do that one. Maybe we could. Maybe we can add a little bit of flair. Are the windows helping? Or am I delusional? Question of the ages. Don't we have some sort of big old fancy... Yeah. 'Cause then if we use that, we could put this up in the roof. That might be kind of cool. I was going to stay away from it. I was going to stay away from the curves. But look at where we are. I was going to follow the inspiration photo. But it's so pretty. I think the windows are helping. I think the windows might let us actually keep the medium walls, which would be lovely. We are using this. Well, yes, this lot is vampires. So this is actually where Vlad lives. And I'm going to move the house over so that it almost maybe sort of lines up with this, you know? So this is Vlad's lot. We took it over. I think the windows are helping. Be so sad when it gets wrecked, right? I always keep a save with the finished one, but I'll never upload the finished one to the gallery because I am deep down a horrible, mean person, and I'm going to make you work for it. Okay, this roof is just throwing me off. Hang on. You gotta tip down a little bit there, dear. Okay, that's better. Okay, I think the windows are helping. We're definitely overboard here and there, but overall, I think it's helping. I'm trying to not add the Art Nouveau because Art Nouveau was an option and it did not win. Unless, hang on, I'm gonna go bring up the poll. I want to see what the second most voted one was. Posts, inspiration, see the post. Actually, you know what? Forgotten Hollow won with 34%, but Glimmerbrook was at 31%. I see that as permission to add Art Nouveau elements. Booyah. Did you help? Okay, cool. You're trying to build an Earth ship right now, and this is the best thing to listen to. Good luck with that. That sounds complicated. In the face of true evil? Oh no. I have to mention that you're working on some data crunching and would rather be playing along, but happy to be here to listen. MK, whatever's happening, I hope that you're all right. Okay, look, I'll show you. See, Glimmerbrook, 31%. So maybe we do a little crossover here, okay? We're not going contemporary with Sulani, obviously. We're not going to bring in too many industrial elements to the exterior, but these are really, really close. So I think we're allowed to add some Art Nouveau stuff, which means I'm going to see what other, I almost said mirrors, windows we have. Okay, so these aren't like super tall, so we're probably going to stick with more of the taller windows. But we can stick them in somewhere. Heck, the poll, people are always messing up. Just look at McMansions. Yeah. Yeah. Also on my list of things to build. The original inspiration is kind of like a peachy color. I'm probably not going to go with peach, but we can try to bring in something. Some nice light color. Let's see. Should we start with peach and see if we hate it? I already hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. The answer is no. The answer is no. Vampires does have some nice bricks. Maybe we try some of those out. Might go for a combination of bricks and siding. Come on, there we go. Okay, this is looking much better. Howdy, howdy, hello, Fen. Welcome in. Your eyes, I'm sorry. Don't really have the pizzazz of the inspired one yet. So, okay, we've got this brick. I actually really like the vampire's brick. I think it's very nice. We don't have to necessarily go with this color, but we needed it. Oh gosh, no. Gray brick? Maybe gray brick. We do have island living, so we could do stone, but I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of fits the world though. When you know, you know. I still don't know. Normally it'd be all about a pink adjacent peach, but that wasn't the vibe. No, not really. And like, how dark and spooky do we want to make it? You know, because we could go dark and spooky. We've got some dark bricks here. Go for some high contrast. You know I love black and white when I'm building. Kind of a problem. And if we switch out, yes, we have werewolves. Mossy roof all day, every day. Yes. Oh, this is looking so much better, you guys. I know that we needed to work on the floor plan, but I'm so glad we took a break to do windows, because this is restoring my faith. I thought I was gonna have to bulldoze it again. Oh. I think this is looking much better. Still need to do a lot of work on the windows, but I feel like it'll be okay. Back, what have you missed? We've been working on windows and stuff because I really wanted the house to have medium height walls on the first and second floor, but it just didn't look right without the windows, and I was like, you know what, let's throw the windows down and we'll see if it can work, and it can. It didn't even hardly mess with the stairs, which is great. We're still not, we won't have a permanent floor plan tonight, probably. We won't have a permanent floor plan until next week, which is when we'll actually start like furnishing for real. Tonight's goal is to just get the floor plan. Hang on, I think I misspoke. Tonight's goal is to get the floor plan for sure, but we're not actually going to do like for real furnishing and decorating and stuff. We won't start that until next week. Hopefully we'll get most of it done next week and then we'll be able to start destroying. Bwahaha. We'll have a pool. Yes, I do plan on having a pool. I was thinking that the outside should be the mermaids' territory, since we can like have a pool and stuff outside. And then the vampire, werewolf, and spellcaster would sort of split the inside, is kind of what I was thinking. You'd live here in a heartbeat. You would now. We'll just wait till I set it on fire. Imagine having to unmoss the roof. Like, you definitely can, but we want it to look kind of disheveled, right? So we'll probably stick with that to start with. The only roof pattern I use, I love it so much. Looking all in your house with those windows. Yeah, like I said, the windows part still needs some work. I think we have a few too many. It's looking a little bit too modern, but it is helping. So like, let's try and sort this space out. In general, my rule of thumb is to use just like 3 different kinds of windows. We'll see though, because this is a pretty big build. Other options for tall windows are these, which are a little bit more narrow, which might be to our benefit. We could place them 4 across. But I still feel like that's too many. Okay. Boo. No. Makes it look like it has wings. How do I delete so fast? Oh, I think I just clicked on do a bunch of times. I don't know if we're gonna be able to use the medium ones. Also, these have like the paneling, and I don't know. I don't want to commit to that right now. If we're going full Art Nouveau, though, I might switch to the Fancy Pants door. We do... Oh, wait, guys. Wait. Do we want this? Or maybe... Maybe even go, like, stained glass direction? We could. You know, we're bringing in some magic and werewolves and stuff. Going for the moon collection could be pretty nice. Val's window to add a curve detail. Oh, the vampire, yeah. Sad there's not a medium height wall, but right, they're older packs, so they don't have the same stuff. We do have this, which is very pretty, and we could definitely utilize to some extent. Also, we could do a little bit of a cheat with the tower in the front here and actually add a roof above the door. And what that will do is break it into two sections, so then what we do on the first floor with the windows will not impact what we do on the second floor with the windows. Which could really help a lot. So now that's immediately divided the space, you know? We need stairs. Goodness gracious, that was a lot of keys being hit that are all wrong. The gray stone around the door. Those are bad windows, I'm sorry. Stained glass, definitely. Stained glass is really nice. 3 in the morning, oh gosh, sleep well, Annie. I'm not there yet. It is only 10:27. Okay, so if we go with the gray there, then we can go with gray elsewhere, and this will just sort of start to bring us in a palette direction, which could be nice. Pinks, blues, purples, a little bit of green. I can work with that. I can definitely work with that. Oh, I did a mistake. Okay. Now we're going back, and we have to select our packs again. Paranormal. Werewolves. Realm of Magic. Vampires. And... Island Living. Because reasons. The stained glass, this one here. I don't know if there's another just gray on the outside one. I think this is the only one that's actually gray, which is interesting. Whoa, that was explosive. There we go. This could work. This could work. Oh, and base game. Duh, that's why nothing was showing up. We are allowed to use the base game. For which I am thankful. Okay. No, I feel like we'd have fancier columns than that. Maybe this set? No, this one for sure. Oh, my roof is too small. Why do those over... Oh. I'll think about that. Took words from you being on the front porch. Love the colors of the set, the muted violets and dusty roses. Right? Very nice. Patted your arm. I love cats so much. Okay. I thought that this might be nice, but maybe it won't be as nice. Maybe we push it back again. Because then our columns will actually have support, which I feel is important. Also, I know that these maybe aren't, like, I don't know. Like, what column choices, you know? Oh, I wanted to actually look at the colors. Thank you. So we've got this. No, that's not even the same gray as the door, though. I was going to say we've got this gray that matches the door. This one does. Maybe it does. Ah. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I wasn't even supposed to be doing this yet. Okay. I don't know. It kind of brings in some green. Sort of fun. Your cat aggressively butt heads. You know what? That's good too. Dramatic, steep on. Well, I want windows though. Like, I feel like that just gives it a mustache. It's just a house with a mustache now. What we could do is give it a little bit of a sag. That might be nice. Okay, I like that. I like bringing the roof down a little bit. I think that helps a lot. Oh, everything's looking so much better now. High five, everyone. We solved problems. Do we want to add more dimension by throwing in siding, or do we want to let it be? So we could. Needs a gable roof over the stair. Oh, that's a good idea. Sarah doing some vent with some friends on missed the first part of the stream. No worries. Well, the first thing that happened was the game crashed, so that was a bit of a bummer. But we are working on this year's Inherited Manor challenge build, which is fun. Very, very fun. And very big, which is tricky for me. Okay, if we do that, that's lovely. Okay, to get the eaves to be correct, we're gonna have to push this in, copy, place, move over, pull the eaves back out, pitch it down so that it blends in, and then copy and place again. No. I've done this before. I have faith that I can figure it out again, but it's going to be tricky. Should we do it like that, where it wraps around the side? Maybe that's the move. Maybe. Oh, and then if you're unfamiliar with the Inherited Manor challenge, it's a room-by-room fixer-upper challenge, but like on hard mode. Rags to riches. It's tricky. Which brick did we use? Did we use this one? There we go. Okay, is that better? Break it up a little bit. So we're building a big old thing. YouTube's trying to get me to insert an ad. I don't want to insert an ad. Now is not a good time to insert an ad. I'm talking, YouTube. Rude. I have no idea how many ads YouTube would put in if I just let it run wild, and I really don't want to find out. Okay, so this is like a warm black. I think I like the cool black better. I think it works with our doors. There's so many pretty colors in here. No. All right, we're going back to the cool one. And I actually want to make sure I paint the whole house with it, and I should probably also finish our foundation and roof texture so we can get a good look. Foundation. I missed. How did I? Okay, I think I have all the roof now. Now we're going to grab our roof trim for these pieces in the roof texture. Is there a better mossy one? Do I like any of these? No, I think I like the black shingles with the moss. This is what we've got. Definitely still need windows, but when will we not? So, you know, we could do this right there. I don't know if that's good or not, but it's an option. Don't know what we'd put here, though, in that case. I lied. We're going back. Oh, goodness. Windows, windows, windows. Oh, the reason I don't want to use these is because of the paneling on the other side. So if I rotate it, there we go. So this will be all paneling inside. And I don't know what to do with that, you know? Like, I can't just place a whole row of windows. And I think the only wallpaper it would really go with is the vampires one. So, not 100% sold on that. Ooh, goody. Okay. So, turns out, if we're going to get this to look good, we'll actually have to do a different technique. We'll do the old just extend the stairs technique. Which might work. I don't know. Oh, bottom of stairs is off a lot. Boo. What about now? No. Okay. There we go. And then we'll copy and place the columns again. And grab our foundation again. And I suppose we could probably stand to actually put some decent-ish stairs down. Alright, I think that'll be okay. Love the mossy texture for the roof. Been looking for ideas on post-apocalyptic style homes. Is there a matching wall texture? Kind of. Werewolves is fantastic for broken down stuff. So this is the wall texture. It's not mossy, but it is beaten up pretty severely. Horse Ranch has some good stuff as well. Maybe a little add-on balcony off the circular windows. I agree. I feel like it's missing something, and I think that would help. This is my no, that doesn't even fit. What? Look, the sides of the window stick out. Look at that. That's ridiculous. And they're all just 2 tiles wide. So what's the deal? Then we could do that, but I don't know. Give the illusion. I like the stairs. Oh, I'm going to grab the thick roof trim to place under here just for a little cross piece because I like that. I think the wall could be mossy. I don't think we have a mossy option though. Well, we do have the werewolves like beat up bricks, but I like the vampires bricks better. Yeah, I like the vampires bricks. So this is pretty much our option for a balcony. So I don't know if we like that or not. But the roof on the deck definitely helps a lot. And this brick has some cool like corner details, but we can't actually use it appropriately because it only works if the corners are 2 tiles away from each other, which is weird. So if we want corner details, we'll have to go with columns, which is fine. Anyway, we're getting rid of those windows. And down here, we can use these windows if we so desire. Because it doesn't matter what we do down here because it's a separate section, so then it doesn't have to match whatever ends up happening up here. Isn't a masonry balcony rail a little too much? Oh yeah, no, this is stand-in stuff. There's the wrought iron one as well. I'll go through and fix swatches and whatever later, but we got that. We got so many options. We could do something lower, higher. Oh, there's like this tiny little iron fence too, which is kind of cute. Or no, not that one. This guy too. Many fence options. We will sort that out later. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I really need to figure out this window situation though. How are these? Those are so small. I get that small windows may be an aspect of some styles. I just don't like them. And since this isn't a build like a nerd, I can do what I want. And I want larger windows. Not with shutters, though, I don't think. Maybe this? This has sort of a gray-ish option. I don't know. We the people crave ivy. True. We do have a lot of good ivy with the vampires pack. So we'll definitely be adding ivy. We might have to add that post-fire because otherwise it'll burn, or we'll just add all the dead ones. Either way, it'll have to be post-fire, though. Man, I'm struggling on these windows. Hate them all. Feel like I need some good window hacks. I don't like that. But I want tall... I don't know. If we went with the windows like as they're presented in the original picture, it would almost be something like this. Which I don't think I'm gonna do. Started to want to put hot sauce on everything. What's my opinion on hot sauce? I haven't really ever used hot sauce. I've used salsa. I love salsa. Salsa's like my favorite food. I used to eat chips and salsa like cereal. Like I'd take the crumbled up chips at the bottom of the chip bag and dump it into a bowl of salsa and mix it up. I love salsa, but I've just never really had hot sauce. Which is weird. The more I think about it, the weirder that sounds. And yet it's true. I have some hot sauce in the refrigerator. Okay, I don't need all of them all done to be stained glass, though. So what do we do for the not stained glass ones? Black, white. Is that even gonna work? Like, that's kind of similar to these. I don't know, but I would put salsa on anything, so I feel like I'd probably like hot sauce if I got into it. Maybe we don't need windows on the top floor. Maybe we need this. And these. that too small now, though? Is that a Russian house on Newman's racing board? Yes. I don't know what it says. Do you know what it says? I translated it, but I don't remember what it said. I think it was something like Russian classical mansion and a location, but I really don't remember. It's been far too long since I studied Russian, and that was like literally 22 years ago. I learned Russian 22 years ago because we had an exchange student from Belarus. I just turned 28, so that was a very small child. I hate everything. I'm wondering if the roof shape could possibly be what's throwing me off. I seriously doubt it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna pretend that it matters. Yeah, I don't feel like it really helped. Rihanna, hello, welcome in, and thank you so much for gifting that membership to Whitney. Whitney, welcome to... It actually doesn't tell me what tier it is, but welcome to the members. Want to learn Russian. So, again, I was 6 years old when I learned Russian, so it was mostly like my first words in Russian type books. But I really enjoyed it and I picked it up fairly decently, I think. Again, considering I was 6 years old and it is not in any way, shape, or form a native language to me. With that being said, since then I have tried to learn other languages like Spanish, and I failed miserably. So I'm not like great at learning languages, but I really enjoyed learning Russian, and it's on my short list of if I'm ever able to start learning new languages again. I would like to learn Russian or German. I think something that trips me up is like an English-looking alphabet, but since Russian is so very not English, I think that really helped. So I think I had decent luck with it, but I was 6 years old and I was learning from like baby's first Russian, so I don't really know if that helps. I always wondered why old Russian mansions had a double set of windows, one facing outside, one inside. I have no idea. I would guess either weather or superstition, though. Stained glass windows have non-stained glass swatches that match. They do, except that I'm using this gray one, and there's not a matching gray. So there's this gray, right? But then there's not an actual matching gray. There's this gray, which doesn't match. And there's this white that has an almost the same wood tone inside, but this is the only actual gray one, which is super annoying. But I think these windows work okay. I know they're blue, but I don't think I can make them not blue. I don't think there's a not blue option. And the gray matches decently. I think these are my favorite windows we've tried so far. I think the big round window is what's messing up the front face of the house. Well, it's gone now. Late to conversation. Hey, no worries. You want to learn Russian, but currently learning German. You have short-term memory loss, so your brain is already struggling. I just really sucked at Spanish, hardcore. So that's why my suspicion is Spanish was just too similar to English, so my brain couldn't like track it properly. But Greek I picked up, Russian I picked up. And so I'd like to actually have some sort of functional language skills one of these days in German and or pick up Russian again. Kind of the goal. You know what else I think is working with these windows is it kind of has that same keystone element to it. What's not centered here? Are you not centered? You're not centered, for shame. And I think that's helping a lot. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Also, it kind of helps it blend into the world. I don't know. What do you think? Does that help? Does it hurt? I hate vampire windows. Why are they so moderately sized? They're just really small, which I'm guessing has something to do with the inspiration of where they are building from. But they are small by, like, American standards, but who knows. Early double pane windows were popular in pre-revolution Russia. Interesting. I'm guessing it's weather related because it's cold. As someone who lives in Michigan, I can sympathize. It is chilly. Are these the same inside and outside? That would be splendid. They sure aren't. Okay, that's fine. I was going to try something, but I realized that it would be like impossible to roof, so we're not going to. Vampires are so small so the sun doesn't get in. Okay, fine, that makes sense. Just realized why jokes feel pulled from my brain. We're the same age. Oh, that could do it. If you're a vampire, you wouldn't want large windows. Well, bad news. The large windows are all on the first floor, which is where Le Vampire will be living. Bwahaha. Okay. But as I warned you earlier in the stream, I'm just a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad person, so... What I got? I like the vampire windows here, though. Am I crazy, or am I just super duper tired? Or does it actually work? So many questions. Okay. I think that's the same height. We might... they might be a little tall on the walls. We might have to adjust them when we go back inside. Oh, you know what? This is actually a narrower wall set. So maybe they'll be closer together. Or maybe we just have the small ones. There we go. I don't know. I don't know. I think the blue makes it feel old. Like it, but it feels like too many windows in some places. Yeah, I think I'll probably have to cut down some more again. I get excited. I like windows. I'll put this back over to just the 2. Maybe we'll put this to just the 2 as well. Oh, right there. Thank you. Better? Having the same too many problem. Yes. Heavy curtains for the win. Fair enough. All right, does that simplify as well? Maybe just notice that there are no windows or doors with transom. There is actually in the base game. I mean, you've got these, which arguably are transom with the outside, but these interior doors have the little transom at the top. And there's a matching arch as well, actually, right here. And some of them have patterns on them, which is cool, and some of them don't. Trios need to be closer together. And to move those closer together, I think I'm going to leave these more spaced out because this is a wider tower. That's what I've got for that. I know that I go way too many build way too many windows. I really like windows. Just as a human. Place windows as if this was the 1800s and window tax is still a thing. No. No, I hear you. That makes sense. Look, I'll only place one window on this side of the tower, okay? Well, I lied. Once I get up here, I'll place two, probably. Alright, that's not gonna work. If they're the same window, they have to be the same height. Are you different enough? No, you are two the same. Bummer. Kept stepping away for a few seconds every time you come back, you like the direction. Well, that's good. Yeah, people like money and then they tax everything. It's very annoying. Oh, wow, that is the most basic window ever. No, thank you. Why are you the wrong color again? There we go. Okay, so if you are going to live here, you're going to have to be here and here. Maybe. It kind of looks like it's 5 stories now, which is fun. A window tax, what a backwards idea. Good way to get stuck inside in case of a house fire, I guess, you know. Because that's what people want to do. Oh, goodness. Now I have to do the same thing inside. Where did you place? Oh, goodness. Right below the little crosshairs. That makes my job easier. Where did you place? Right in the middle of this. Booyah. Where did you place? Toward the floor. That's okay. We'll deal with that later. And we've got at the floor and toward the top. Is that right? Maybe we'll just delete the floor all the way down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there when we get there. I kind of like the illusion it's giving of like 5 floors though. It's sort of fun. I think it had to do with glass production. Maybe. Although glass windows were much more common once people were finally able to do sheets of glass, because before how you get a sheet of glass is you stick a hot glob of glass on the end of a pole, you spin it super duper fast so it makes like a giant glass frisbee, and then you cut the panes out of the edges of the frisbee. The outer edges of the frisbee were more expensive because they'll be thinner and a little bit flatter, and then the in part of the frisbee will be thicker and wavier. So that's why some old-fashioned glass is wavy, because it's like inside this giant frisbee that they'd spin out of the molten glass. And that's also why panes were so small, because you just have to make as many little squares as you can from your giant glass frisbee. Super duper fun. And then there was a special name for the middle part that had like the bump on it, but that was often hung above shop windows. They'd kind of like get that part and then put it in the middle of their window because they thought it looked cool, I guess. I don't really remember. Where do these windows go? Does that line up? Yes. How exciting. Then you're all on the floor, which you might fix, might not. Is that too many too Hi, I put windows on the tower. It's looking like too many again, isn't it? I just really like windows. Wish we had more transom options. It would be nice. It was so common for so long. Very few options with transom windows in old Argentinian houses. In pretty much any house that was built before air conditioning, it's a must. It's weird. They don't taste very good. Okay. Still too many windows, isn't it? Do I just get rid of all the side windows? Do we just have So used to putting windows everywhere on my towers. Do we just do that? What if big window in the middle of the wide side of the tower? Like this one? I'll delete the little windows. I just have to place the big window first. I feel like that makes it look too thick again. This is beginning to remind you of a building you've seen around where you live, but you can't remember if it's abandoned or currently being used. Well, hopefully it's in better shape than this one's gonna be. I wonder if there's a gray on here that actually matches that more closely. Oh, there is. Huh. Whoopsies. Cool it down a notch. Riveting content, I know. Re-swatching windows. At least we didn't place all of them. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the first build I've ever done where I've actually used more than just 1 or 2 vampire windows. So, progress. It's character development. There we go. It's closer. It's not like perfect, but it's closer. It ain't got no gas in it. The house is too big. Well, it has to be big for gameplay reasons. It definitely needs to be on the larger side. Just the game is so prone to issues that making it too small for the type of challenge that we're turning it into is going to lead to more issues. So I have learned a little bit in my years of creating the challenge, and I've learned that slightly awkwardly large spaces, somewhere between an actual appropriately sized house and an EA build, is like perfect. A blue mid-sized suburban. You know what? We should do that next year. For the base game one, we should make a blue suburban and the terrors will all be in the basement or something. That would be hilarious. As long as the little Simsy stands don't get mad. I have nothing against little Simsy, but some of her fans are scary. I have decided I want solid stairs. Boom. Solid. No, I actually legit wanted like solid stairs. There we go. All right, I've done my best to edit down the windows. Is it okay? Is it tolerable? I feel like we don't even need it. Oh, you know, hold up. You know what we got? We got gargoyles. Oh, this is a hanging werewolf? I don't want to... I thought we had actual, like, gargoyles. We've got this, which I think is a fountain. This wasn't what I was planning on using, but... one of these guys. Is this actually supposed to go up here? I don't know. You know what? It adds to the character of the build. Oh, it comes in pretty colored options. I would like one that blends into the house. S'il vous plaît. Probably just that one. Hmm. 4-story horror basement in a blue suburban. Something like that. I feel like the house is too big and doesn't have visual interest and needs columns on the corners. Oh yeah, no, for sure. We'll be doing things. I feel like it's very important to mention that this house is not going to be finished tonight. We have 3 more streams scheduled with this, and we will do even more on top of that if it's necessary. So what we end up with here at the end of tonight is not the finished project. And I very much want to make sure that that is known. Column details might be good, but my main concern with that is that they can get in the way of gameplay if you put too many on. That was a complaint last year. And we could, like if we pull this out, an additional tile, very carefully, we can add one of the wallpapers that has the details on the corner. But this will only work on walls that have 2 tiles between corners for reasons. So like we can do that, we just have to pull the wall out further. A sensibly sized gargoyle. I think it works for the house, you know. Everything else is kind of wacky, so why not? Could even pull it down further. Something like that. No, I don't like that. That makes it look too tall. A gargoyle in the roof detail. Well, I know that there is this, the gargoyle's howl, but it's flat. So like putting it in the peak of the roof just kind of looks weird. If we size it up, we could maybe get away with putting it like that. Maybe, but then I feel like we need something else here. And we don't have rooftop and details like that. Got this. Another werewolf gargoyle. That's about what I got though. So we can add that brick. I also like having the extra detail. You just have to plan for it while you're building. So like here, it'll place on this corner, but it won't place on this corner because this corner isn't 2 tiles away from the next corner. That's just kind of stuff you have to be aware of. It might place here. Oh no, it's not going to place there either. So then if we wanted it here, we'd have to pull this whole thing out again. Which might be worth it if we're not going to add columns. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Oh, goodness. We're going to move you. We are going to move you. And we're going to move you. Nope. Okay, good. The werewolf moved. I was afraid it wasn't going to. Okay. The brick detail helps break it up a little bit. I think I want a different roof trim. I wish we could paint the underside of roofs. Some roofs automatically have the underside painted, but it's only like 2 or 3 of them. And it's a bummer. Alright, I like the blacker trim though. Flat thing. Oh, I think we already did the statue with the flat thing. The wallpaper, I mean, I do know the answer to the wallpaper thing. It's just a question of the wallpaper is only designed to have the edge on the one side, so it has to be able to flip to be on the other side, and it can't actually show up on both sides. Yeah, it's because the arrow always shows up in the least opportune spot. listen to Wonka's soundtrack and can't get the Scrub Scrub song out of your head. I have not listened to Wonka's soundtrack or seen the movie. I don't know if I want to, honestly. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. I think the werewolf gargoyles fit the build, given that there will actually be werewolves here. Oh, no, now you're being impaled. Okay, fine. We will put one of them fancy black things up there, though. Iron, roof vent. It's a roof vent? That's a very fancy roof vent, that is. Alright, brick corner detail, good news. And then if we want to add it anywhere else, we just have to resize a few things. No big deal. It's not like we started the floor plan yet. We will not be putting the brick detail there, though, because I'm not going to be pulling that out any further. I forget that I added the overlay to the sticker announcement, and it keeps throwing me off. Weird. I just see something moving out of the corner of my eye. It's spooky. Or like here, we can add the corner detail here, but then we can't put it there, and I don't have get together for this build, so I can't add a drain pipe or anything. Also, we will at some point be adding landscaping, which will help. Maybe not that landscaping, but we'll add something, and that will help with breaking up some of the stone as well, you know? Here. So, again, tonight is not the finished build. Ow. Spires. Oh, I guess I should throw down a chimney as well while we're up here. An actual chimney. So that our ceiling, gosh. If I put a chimney in here, our fireplace will actually smoke, which is what I was trying to say. Just got lost in translation. Okay. Grab our stone. There we go. Alright, so now smoke will come out of that, which will look super duper cool. Actually, don't even need the half walls to be that tall. I think that'll work just fine. Sorry, I was just trying to get a shot lined up. Maybe we won't need to extend the dining rooms, just fill it with large windows. Maybe. We'll see what we end up doing back there. How are we feeling about the windows? I know that, oh, maybe it was these I was thinking of as lawn decorations. That's probably what it was. I know I do place too many windows a lot of the time. It's hard for me to build dark, spooky things sometimes. Party in the front, business in the back, something like that. Hydration, yeah, my drink is running pretty low. I'll probably take a break here in a couple of minutes. But we got the werewolves. I like putting the werewolves on there. I think that's fun. We'll add vines where there aren't windows, and that will help a lot as well. Like, I'll probably be putting vines all up this tower here. So that'll help a lot of things. Karen, hello! I don't remember if I said hi to you yet. Yeah, landscaping is going to help a hecking ton on this one. That is for sure. Also, here's what we've got for our layout here so far. My one gripe is I'd really like to have this arch be here, but that's not how the stairs are going to work. Unless we want to delete the stairs and then just have the one stair, which, like, we could do. It's fine. It's just not exciting, you know? I like the 2 stairs. Reply to your comments. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. Windows are growing. Okay, that's good. If we do this, I like this because it lets me put my arches where I want them. But also, I like the 2 staircases. And we can't really do anything about the staircases unless we move the hallway back, which then would just be a 2-tile hallway, which feels a little narrow for this house. You know? Oh, that's right. We can't do that because of the reasons. Yeah, I don't like the 2-tile hallway. Hallway. When the LED spiral staircases, probably like the day before they released Sims 5. Alright, if we do this, is there something we could put here that would be enough of like a feature that it would make sense that we only have 1 staircase? We could put a fountain inside. It's an option. Road sign? Nah. Got these pedestal things, which we can stack and put other things on top of. Yeah, these are the gargoyles I was thinking of, but you have to do a whole bunch of move objects magic to get them to fit decently on the roof. That's a word. Hallways are just highways for humans. Oh, fair enough. If you keep talking about spiral stairs, maybe they'll eventually listen like horses. I am glad that they added horses. Hallways are just highways for humans and single wide stairs at 90 degrees. I'm gonna have to redraw my fence here. Spin the stairs around, grab them, rotate, hold control to place on the floor below. Okay, and remove floor. Nope, that still intersects my arch the way I don't want it to, and if I do it the other way, then we won't have enough space here for an arch. So I think just the 1 double wide staircase to the side is probably going to be my answer. We did just do double stairs last time, so maybe it's okay if we just do this. I'd like to see an expansion or game pack with a few more castle items, fairies, dragons, spiral staircases. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Who knows at this point, honestly? Who knows? I think I'm gonna shrink the bathroom again, though. And keep our cloak closet here. Alright, that's better. Okay, floor plan. Still haven't quite decided what to do with this room, but that's okay. I think we're probably gonna... Oh, that's what else I was doing. Placing the arches there. Probably put a bar or something in here. This will be our ballroom area, which is of course a necessity. And then upstairs we'll start putting bedrooms, I guess. And then we do have to add another staircase somewhere to go all the way upstairs, but we'll figure that out. That or we kind of split. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, saving. Again. Staircase centered in the room with arches on either side. So that would be like this. I don't know that I'm a fan of that. For this particular style. Like walking right into the stairs. It could work for some other styles, but I don't think it works for this one. If the entry was a little bit bigger and we could do some stuff with the platforms and have it like diverge and split off, maybe, but yeah, like with wings or something. But I don't think our entry is big enough. And I mean, in the past, we've built these on 64 by 64 lots. This is not. So I like the fountain too. It's kind of growing on me, honestly. All right, I need a bathroom break. So I'm going to take a break and I'll come back for a little bit. We might go check out the old one from, well, the older one from last year just to like get some inspiration from it maybe before we come back to this one. I feel like that might be helpful. So I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. I'm back, and I was like, I'm just gonna pop over to a 64 by 64 and place our old builds. Just to, you know, check out, get some inspiration. We've been on the loading screen for a minute. So stand by for another error screen. I really hope the game doesn't crash twice, but I did save like a bajillion times. I came back to a conversation about Olive Garden, I feel like. An ad for Olive Garden and taxes. Nice. Well, hey, I'm glad that the ad played. Thank you for watching the advertisements. I appreciate it. It does make a really big difference. Turns out ads during live streams are some of the higher paying ones. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Domino's? Oh, yum. You already had Domino's for supper? That's hilarious. Zuppa is a superior soup choice. I don't think I've ever had Zuppa. Or Zuppa? I don't know. I've had Zoop. Z-O-U-P. Not sure you've ever eaten at an Olive Garden? That's okay. The salads are actually really good, but I pretty much can't eat anything else there, which sucks. Middle class Italian restaurant? Yeah, for those of us in the lower middle class, going to Olive Garden was like super duper fancy because they had wine, basically. It's the general vibe. I'm getting really concerned about this loading screen, you guys. We might be ending stream earlier than expected. I'll fight for it. I'll fight for you, but this is taking way too long. This isn't even into a lot. This is leaving Vlad's house. So I'm concerned. Anyway. Olives are a salad option. Yeah, you can get olives in the salad. They're really good. Kind of restaurant that shares owners with Red Lobster. Red Lobster is also super duper fancy. I didn't go to a Red Lobster until I was engaged. It was... And I was like scared to go because I was like, dude, this is like a really fancy place, you know? But I don't even remember if I could eat anything there, honestly. I think I probably just got a soda. False advertising. Glazondia is 45 minutes away. Wow. Zuppa Toscana. I'm not familiar. Sims has been extra slow lately too. Yeah. I have not had this issue. I've been recording and streaming all week. No problems. Until now. I might do a forced restart. But I think this is the last time I'm gonna do that. I'll give it a shot. Alright, I'll be back. I get a kick out of that screen. So I decided, we restarted the game, and I opened up my, like, Sam Help Live save, and everything's running super smoothly. So maybe we'll just hang out in here for the rest of the stream. And we're just gonna look at the older ones. Because I want to. And we'll see. So here's the one from last year. So the thing is, if we place it from the gallery upload won't have any of the furniture or anything in it because any furniture that burns doesn't actually save properly to the gallery, which kind of sucks. But we can still take a look. Doing this landscaping, I'm pretty sure we spent a whole stream on landscaping. That was something else. Yeah, so this is how this one works. It's so weird to see it now. You'd start in the carriage house and you have to hit a budget, basically. A budget goal, so you have to make the carriage house be worth, I don't know, like 20,000 simoleons or something. And then you'd go into the house and move through room by room. I had a really hard time dedicating the hallways, so that's why I didn't really want to do hallways. And you can see like how large the rooms are compared to how I usually build. So even our current one is like tiny. Pretty sure our entryway is half the size. I did feel like this one was a little bit too big. I think the third story kind of got out of control. I kind of wish I would have just left it empty. But I've seen some amazing completed manors on the gallery, so that's been really fun. Yeah, this year's definitely not nearly as ornate. I kind of went overboard on the windows here too, but I didn't want to do the exact same thing again with all like the towers and stuff. So I do think we're moving in an okay direction this year. It's a little bit smaller, but with the added gameplay elements, I think it'll sort of even out a little bit. Anyway, yeah, not everybody has locally owned seafood restaurants. Well, to be fair, I live next to Lake Michigan, so we do have a lot of seafood around here for the Midwest. But it's not like seafood, it's lake food. It's lake fish and stuff. Maybe you're fast to ask for a refund for Sims Medieval, but you're gonna deal with all those issues. You're rather down the hat. It's rough. Is it appropriate for Cat to be dancing during the morning period? It's not in the menu. I'm sorry. Seafood, so many things. Off morning. Well, we're off morning for this save file anyway. So, end goal, I do want vines. We're gonna do some landscaping and stuff. But the build will end up being uploaded something like this, with most of the furniture gone. Because if you just download it with the burned furniture, all the furniture will just be replaced, and that kind of takes away the whole challenge. So there's that one. And let's look at the original, shall we? I haven't looked at this one in a long time, and I don't know if I want to look at it, honestly. Jeez. Alright, here we go. This was rough. I didn't stream this one or record it or anything. I posted it on Reddit and expected to get like 5 upvotes. And it spurred me on to internet fame, so whoopsies. Oh, I'm pretty sure this one has waterfalls in the landscaping too. I don't remember. This one's taking a while to load, but this one always takes a while to load, so I'm not like panicking yet. Oh! Important character development story. Tech and I have birthdays very close to each other, and so for his birthday, I bought him the new Zelda game. I have never in my life played Zelda or anything similar. I love it. I am obsessed. Like, I have never played any sort of RPG game outside of like Reader Rabbit Math Blasters type stuff. I am having so much fun. I completed my first, like, real side quest the other day. The first time I ever played a game with legit side quests. And I got a bowl of soup. It was not a very good side quest. But, like, I'm 20 years behind. Most of you were probably playing Zelda when you were, like, 6, 8 years old. I don't even care. I am new to this world, and I'm excited. I want all the Zelda games now. And I don't know how many of you have it. I think it's Tears of the Kingdom. Something like that. I don't know if this game's gonna make it. Anyway, I'll keep talking about Zelda for a minute. Tears of the Kingdom. And like I just got off the first little sky island map. Like I am still very, very new to the game. But it's so much fun. Like I get why people are into these games now. I've never been interested in like Halo and stuff like that. It's just too much shooting, not enough adventure. But I I love this game so much. I'm so excited. So I'm really proud of myself for finally playing like a real video game instead of just learning games and The Sims. I love The Sims. I'm not leaving The Sims, but it's been really fun to actually feel like I'm playing a quote unquote real video game, you know? It's really fun. You've never played Zelda either? I have to recommend it. I have to. It's been fantastic. I'm a little character and I'm running around a little map and I'm like slaying monsters, but it's not constant monster slaying, you know? It's just Minecraft, except better because there's actually a story. Because I get stuck in Minecraft because there's no story. You like Halo? I think, honestly, my hands are just way too spazzy to be able to play a game where there are high stakes on routine accuracy. Whereas with this one, at least, like, I can run away from the monsters if I have to, like, if my hands just aren't working. I'm so excited. Portal, I want to try Portal. I've never played that one. Fallout, I don't think I've ever, have I seen Fallout? I don't know. Video games were not a thing growing up, besides like I said, Reader Rabbit, and Math Blasters and stuff. So I'm pretty new to the world. I understand that. You can make fun of me. I don't care. I am in love with Zelda. The game, not the character. I haven't really met her yet. She led me down a dark tunnel, and then bam, Sky Island. I don't know. We might have to call it quits on this one. Postal? Oh. I'm not familiar with Postal at all. Alright, well, I think The Sims is taking a break this weekend. I'm pretty bummed. I'll work on this and see if I can get it to work any better for us in the future. But I think my hand is being forced into ending the stream because it's too late for me to start a different game. So, I'll be back Monday. Lord willing, Sims willing, internet willing. We'll do some build fixes. But this is taking way too long. I don't think this is working. Skyrim is old. Skyrim, I feel like Skyrim is just like it's never going to die. I feel like Skyrim has that Minecraft feel where like it's not, even though it's older and there are a lot of technically, like, put it in quotation marks, but better games, it's just, it's always going to have that power, you know? It's cool. Francois, welcome in. Love the build videos. I am sorry that tonight has been as rough as it has been. I will leave you Dance Cat though. As always, I will be back Monday, fingers crossed. I'll try repairing the game, I guess. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. I appreciate you all sticking it out. I will have that, what I do for setting up streams and whatnot, available on TikTok, I think, tomorrow. So if you've been curious about my stream setup, how I get streaming, what programs I'm using, that would be a good video to check out. But for now, thank you so much for building with me tonight. I look forward to building with you again very soon. And hey, join the Discord if you haven't already. We can talk more about Skyrim and all the other games over there as well. Good night, everyone.